Wilbur is an end-to-end claims management platform. Evidence, intelligence, and automation are built in. Governance is designed in from the start, not added afterwards. Here is why that matters now. Regulators and capacity providers have stopped accepting promises, and the question they ask has changed. It is no longer, what did you do on the file? It is, what happened to the customer, and can you show how you got there? Activity logs answer the first question. They do not answer the second. The FCA is scrutinising claims handling. CPS 230 is live in Australia. AM Best is placing greater weight on governance globally, and that pressure does not stop at the carrier. It travels down the chain. A capacity provider cannot delegate responsibility to an MGA. An MGA cannot delegate responsibility to a TPA, which means every principal you handle claims for is being asked to demonstrate control over work they do not perform themselves. They can only demonstrate it if you can. Yet many MGAs remain accountable for outcomes they cannot fully see. At the same time, experienced claims expertise is leaving the industry. The thresholds, settlement authorities, and judgment calls built over decades often live in notebooks, spreadsheets, and oral history. You need junior handlers operating to a senior standard. You need visibility across internal teams and external TPAs. And you need to prove that every claim remained within delegated authority with fewer people and tighter budgets. That's the gap. Wilbur brings claims intelligence and automation inside a governed architecture. First, it codifies expertise. Senior decision logic becomes the documented pathway each claim follows. Handlers operate within defined delegated authorities, thresholds, and escalation rules. Expertise stays inside the business. Second, Wilbur automates the administrative work while keeping judgment human. It reads the evidence, analyzes the file, and prepares the recommendation. Your handler reviews the reasoning, applies judgment, and makes the decision. Less time assembling the file, more time making the right call. Third, Wilbur creates a complete line of sight. Every approval, payment, and communication is recorded. The MGA can oversee its internal claims team or audit the TPA. The capacity provider can see how the MGA has exercised delegated authority, and the evidence is available when regulators require it. The chain is complete. Here's what that looks like in practice. A property claim arrives. Previously, a handler might spend hours gathering information, checking coverage, and preparing a position. With Wilbur, the policy details, evidence, and damage information are brought together. The recommendation is prepared with supporting rationale. Delegated authority is confirmed. The handler reviews the file, applies judgment, and makes the decision. The time recovered can be used for more claims, better decisions, and the exceptions that genuinely require expertise. The power of Wilbur is that it addresses three problems at once: regulatory control, documented decisions, visible delegated authority, and an audit-ready record. Operational performance. Automation removes administration so people can focus on judgment. And capacity retention. At renewal, you do not just present better claims outcomes, you provide evidence that delegated authority has been exercised consistently, responsibly, and within agreed limits. You give the capacity provider confidence to renew, and you help the capacity provider demonstrate control to the regulator. Most claim systems address one part of the problem. Wilbur addresses all three, because it is built from the governance requirement backwards. That's why Wilbur.